What is up, everybody? Happy Monday. It's across the board. It's a Monday. So Jefe's the host. You know what that means. Pure chaos and unscripted, just
Bullshit.
fun. Just unscripted. I wasn't going to say BS. I was going to say fun. Fellas, top of the afternoon to you. JD, how we doing?
Top of the
Top of the
afternoon.
afternoon.
Wow.
It is it feels like the afternoon. It really does because
I mean, it is the top of the afternoon. It is 12:01.
yeah, it actually literally is. But it definitely feels that way because a little behind the curtain like we always do. Three of us were all up a little bit earlier than we normally are because we had a meeting
That's crazy.
this morning.
I hope we all are up
We did.
every day before 9 a.m.
Let me tell you something. 9 a.m. meetings on a Monday after
Yeah.
a football Sunday, which we all know if you're a gambler, if you're a sports fan, you were up last night watching every single second of the Sunday night football game. You just were. So, Jefe, don't even give me this bullshit that the minute the game ended, you're like, oh, I can now just lay my head down in my heifer bed
I did not
and
watch
fall
it. I
asleep.
turned it off after Travis Kelce retired.
That was pretty bad. I will. Okay, that was already at like 11:30 though. But shout out to Texans. I enjoyed that game thoroughly.
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, guys. Yesterday was billed as a day that we would know who's for real, who's not, who has. Okay, my cat found the box. I must get us away from her. She's going crazy. 1 second.
Very
Sorry.
Very good.
Who's
What
gonna be?
happens when you're not there? By the way, what happens? What does she get into when you're not there?
There's just not random cardboard boxes, hanging around for her to already gnaw at, chew at. Anyway, great question. I can give you the access to the kitty cam if you want.
I'm good. I'm so good. I only want that at JD's house.
Oh, JD's kitty cam is crazy. There's no cat, by the way, JD's house.
Exactly why. That's exactly why I want it. That's exactly why I want it.
But yesterday was a hell of a day. We learned a lot about a lot of teams, and I'm really excited to get into it. I think there's a ton of talking points on a few teams, a few surprises.
There's a lot to fucking talk about.
Yeah, so guys, shall we?
Let's do it. Well, before we do, as we always do on this show, well, I guess it all goes under the same umbrella, right, JD? It's all technically under the weekend recap, but y'all know we're mainly focusing on the NFL Sunday. That's what we do on this show. I mean, I guess we could talk about the college football as well.
I was about to say we should probably touch on it very quickly.
All right, here's what I'll say. Personally, this is my wait a second. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Am I really not going to take a second? David, where are you?
David will not be attending today.
Both of you two, what's up? Nobody's going to congratulate me and my Hoosiers? Nobody?
No. Nope. Most certainly not.
I've never been more right. You've never been more wrong. We
You're
are
correct.
fucking here. We've proven to America that we are able to play with the top tier talent. And while I say that, Indiana was not even the team that I'm honestly most impressed with. I think Texas Tech is a problem. I think what?
I don't.
I
think BYU is that dog shit.
No,
they
no,
couldn't
I'm sorry.
complete a pass.
Okay, FBYU. Texas Tech has the best linebacking core in the country. They
Their
probably
defense is
have.
legit. Their
They
defense is
probably
legit.
have one of the better defenses in the country. I'm willing to put them right up against Ohio State and Hoosiers, who now officially you have to say the Hoosiers are probably the top 3 defense in the country right now.
I don't know about top 3, but you have to put them in your top 5 or top 10. They've
Okay.
by far made that list. You
So,
have to put them there.
I think Texas Tech has the perfect championship model. Offense, solid quarterback with a great running back, good weapons on the outside. Defense, dogs everywhere, dogs. The number one thing is that Mendoza keeps proving to you at this point when the lights are the brightest, he's getting it done.
How did you that was impressive how you transitioned about breaking down one game, but all that you did is ended with
No, I'm just saying at the end of the
Mendoza's
day,
amazing.
At the end of the day, the
Sorry,
number
bro.
one position in sports is the quarterback. It's the number one in
Heisman
sports.
Mendoza. Mendoza. Let me go over my takeaways. I'll go over my takeaways from Saturday. Indiana's for real. You can no longer take them as they're not.
And
They're
remember,
not.
they were the other number 2 wide receiver for pretty much the entire game.
He got hurt in the first quarter, was out the rest of the game. You're absolutely correct. Other takeaways. Georgia is also a scary demon right now. Georgia absolutely
so sick and
demolished.
tired of them.
Alabama. They do this every year, but they were fantastic. Alabama's offense. I don't know what's going on with Ty Simpson. Maybe he's injured, but he did not look like himself at all. There was no point in that game where I was like, wow, Ty Simpson looks good. He was horrible. But it's a tune-up game for them, right? They still got in. I think the Miami getting in over Notre Dame is justified. I want to put that out there as well.
I think
Crazy
I
story.
think it's the perfect, right decision by the committee. You have to make those the first week games worth something.
Correct.
There's too much money for the college football makes from those first week games, and they have to mean something. I'm sorry, they have to.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. And I think we learned which teams were the elite teams after Saturday's games.
Name your elite teams.
Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, right now to me are by far the most impressive. By far.
You're really not going to put Texas Tech in there. You were really
no. I went on a bunch of rants. I was not.
Who do they got? Oh, they got a bye.
I wasn't impressed at all with Texas Tech. You want to know why? That's because the terrible quarterback of BYU had 4 interceptions or 4 total turnovers with the fumbles. Texas Tech kept getting the ball at the BYU 30 and couldn't fucking score. They had 900 field goals. Their offense did not look great to me. Their defense, elite. Their defense, top tier. Defense was fantastic. But to me, the offense just didn't do enough for me to make me think they can compete with a team like Georgia, like they can compete even with a team like Indiana. I feel much more confident about those two teams, even Ohio State, than I would over Texas Tech. Their defense is fantastic, but BYU is dog shit.
Can anybody off the top of their head tell me who Texas Tech plays? Like what their bracket is? Like who they play the winner of? It's not that important. I'm just curious off the top of my head because I know Indiana gets the lucky Bam, Oklahoma, and then I can't think who Texas Tech gets, but I have to assume it's the winner of Oregon JMU because they're the 5. Just real quick. I'm just curious.
Texas Tech does play the winner of JMU versus Oregon.
Okay, so they play Oregon.
Yeah, but then after that they play Indiana if they win.
No, I get that. But I'm just saying Texas Tech's first game is going to be
or if Indiana loses. But yes, it will be against Oregon, looking like. And I will tell you, I will be on Oregon every fucking way possible. Fucking way possible would I be in Oregon in that game. But those are my thoughts about Saturday. Those are my thoughts about the college football playoff. Alabama not moving. I think there's been 16 total teams is the stat that there was. Oh, Jefe! We didn't think we'd see it today.
Hey, buddy!
That was impressive. That was a good win for them. We'll get there, Juice Man. We'll get there. We'll get there.
David. I appreciate you coming in, man.
Did not think we'd see David today. We appreciate you tuning in, David. But yeah, those are kind of my takes on the entire thing. Like I was saying, 16 teams have lost in conference championships in the college playoff era, and 15 of them dropped in their spot. The only team to not move was Alabama ever, and Alabama got waxed. So did I think Alabama should at least drop down one spot? Absolutely. Absolutely. They looked horrible. You have to make these games meaningless. Don't get me on my rant again about why they need to end conference championship games, because everything that happened on Sunday in the college football playoff is exactly why they need to end conference championship games.
I'm Alpha. You've been on this bandwagon for a while. I'm there with you. I also think they have to. The bowl games are a joke. Let's just call it what it is. The bowl games are a joke, and
nobody even wants to go to them.
Exactly. Here's what I think. Stop with making the semifinals or maybe even the quarterfinals of the college football playoff, the bowls, the Cotton Bowl, Orange Bowl, Sugar Bowl. Stop it. Nobody cares. I don't want to see Indiana win the Orange Bowl and it's the quarterfinals of the college football playoff. I don't need to see a trophy and a presentation. It should just be another round. They need to take those bowls away, make it just the quarterfinals, semifinals, and give those bowls that mean something back to regular college football.
Nobody's going to care anymore anyway.
No, I get
there's
it,
no
but
meaning.
At least do that because Notre Dame is not going to want to play in the fucking Cheez-It Bowl.
That's correct.
Okay? But
they weren't going to play in any. They weren't going to play in any
bowl. I know, but maybe they would think about playing something as prestigious as the Orange Bowl, which does mean something. No, but where I see this heading towards is why college basketball has had it right. College basketball, you make tournament. You don't get no prize for winning in the first round, second round, 16, none of that. Final Four and championship. Final Four and championship. And that's where I see college football going to. Getting rid of these bowl games and making the semifinals as a semifinals as a thing. right? Like the last 4 teams should be an accomplishment. But to get there, you probably have to expand the playoff to 24, which
I
I
agree.
personally believe
I'm good
is
with
happening
it.
in the
I'm good
next
with
3
it.
years.
Yeah, I agree, Nick. There's no more points in these, and no one cares, and teams don't want to go. We have multiple 5 and 7 teams rejecting bowl games, not even going, rejecting bowl games. Rutgers, who was the worst fucking team ever. Coming from a Rutgers fan, we're the worst fucking team ever. We were invited to a bowl game and rejected it yesterday. Are you
No way.
kidding
I
me?
didn't even see that. Really?
Oh, yeah. Rutgers was invited to play South Alabama. First Baylor rejected it, then Rutgers rejected it, and then Kansas State rejected it after that. There were multiple levels where no one would take this fucking game because nobody cares. Nobody cares. Over to a couple comments here. Juice Man, we've seen you put this in here a couple times. Do you like the Eagles tonight? We will break down this game at the end of the show, so stay tuned. We will go in.
I just realized Alpha me and you just screamed. JD has said not one
I was
word
about
of
to say,
collegiate
yeah,
sports. Please,
I'm just
please.
waiting here.
I'm waiting to go, JD. JD, we got to hear it.
As far as actually Texas Tech goes, I actually do put them right up there with those other teams. Now, with saying that, when they go up against one of those teams, I do not think they're going to be able to get past them.
How do you know that? They played one. They have one loss this season, and it was without their starting quarterback. And I can't think of who they lost to, but it was a bad loss. I just
don't think that their offense is going to be able to actually to just actually do enough in those games.
Thank you.
But I will say they are a team that I don't think anybody wants to see, though.
Texas Tech lost to Arizona State in middle of October, and their starting quarterback, that was the only game you missed.
Yeah, Connie was all over it. Good call, Connie.
So
Denver -8. Who is Denver -8, Footy? Which team? What sport? Knowing you, this is going to be a stupid NBA question.
Then as far as
the Broncos not covering, the -8. I had the money line, so I don't remember it. But yes, a lot of people were pissed about that one. I get that.
We'll definitely get to that one. As far as the Ohio State game,
I can't put that on the screen, but that is hilarious.
Yeah.
As far as the Hoosiers, they did get the job done. I thought Day coached very poorly in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
I thought both coaches had a weird moment at the end of the first half, if you remember. I thought it was a complete mismanagement by both teams. They were both just so content with just getting to halftime, and I was like, there's points to be had.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, I really, especially that 4th and 1 call where they decided to actually kick the field goal there. They obviously missed, and that's what, really changed the game there. I just, as far as a college kicker, I'm sorry, I'm not going to trust a college kicker over the offense that I
not
have.
on a 4th and 1. That was a crazy call. I get why he did it, but crazy call. You're basically showing you have no confidence in your number 1 ranked team, aka number 1 ranked offense, to get a yard.
Exactly. So yeah, I really did not like that. And then just quickly, Georgia-Bama. Georgia is for real. They are very for real.
Guys,
Bama,
Georgia does this shit every year. This is what happened last year. They won the SEC championship over Texas. They kicked their ass. And then, do you remember what happened in their first college football playoff game? Notre Dame went in there and kicked their freaking ass.
Different team this year.
I would say last year's team. Only difference is,
you mean they lost their quarterback and I think I have an unproven guy go in there for his first couple games in the college football playoff?
It's the same guy.
Correct, with a full year under his belt. Absolutely, completely different circumstance. That's incredible. You would compare that. Completely different circumstance.
I'm not a Georgia believer.
Thank you, Connie.
And then as far as
do I like Georgia? No, I don't fucking like them, but they're good.
As far as Alabama goes, that was the most unprepared Alabama team I have maybe ever seen. That was horrible. There's going to be some coach talk.
There's already been coach talk.
I don't know. They literally, guys, they're in the coach. They beat Oklahoma in 2 weeks. There's no coach talk.
They should beat Oklahoma.
And it's at Oklahoma. That's probably the best game we'll get in the first. Miami.
It's an even line. It's
the best game. I was just about to say.
Miami going up against again?
Texas A&M.
That's gonna be a good game, man.
Tulane's beating Ole Miss. Telling you that right now. By the way, we didn't talk about that. Didn't talk about my Green Wave. Heard a lot of Green Wave slander last week. I heard a lot of that.
Green wave.
Green.
Green wave. Green drink. I don't give a fuck. Ole Miss by 30.
No. Coach Matt Campbell. No, we're not. Sorry, Footy. Congratulations for getting your 72nd choice for head coach at Penn State. I'm glad you finally found someone willing to take the job.
All right, guys, we're going to have a show that ends at 2 o'clock. We don't start talking about professional football. We'll have plenty of time to talk about college football playoffs. And first game is next Friday, I believe. So next Friday, we'll probably do all 4 first-round games. But we'll have plenty of time to talk about that.
Oh, we'll have to figure that out. That's an NFL show in a big week. We'll probably do that on Thursday, not next Friday. But stick to what you had. Stick to your hosting on Monday.
Guys, anybody know when the Heisman presentation is? Is it next weekend?
I believe it's December 20th at 8 p.m. I wrote an article about it, and I think I'm right on the date. I could be wrong.
You knew way too much about that.
Yeah. I mean, some people, I might go in person. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's going to ask me or his mother to come with him, but
December 13th, I'm an idiot.
I told you it was freaking next week.
I was a week off.
It's
this Saturday. It's this Saturday.
That's this week.
Everything has changed.
No one cares. It's already over.
First of all, some of us family members care a lot. Okay, Nando, I'm proud of you, baby. All right, Jimmy.
Okay, sorry. Okay,
you're winning it all, Jimmy. Don't fucking listen to these fucking idiots.
Really quick, and then we get to the NFL. As far as Fernando's speech after the game, what did you think about it?
First of all, you can't hate him. He is the gift. He's a gift, and his Heisman speech is going to be insane. But more so than that, I am very much looking forward to him on Sundays making these types of speeches. He is hilarious.
Can I compare him to someone? But I don't want to use the way I'm going to compare it. Unfortunately, when I say who, you're going to understand.
Let me make sure. Let me get my memorandum right. I have what AlphaDog's about to say is in no way, shape, or form how I feel or anything related to my thoughts. Please go.
Still wanting to know if I want to use the first part of that, but I won't. He's like the college version of Jameis Winston. The way his speeches are, the way he galvanizes, the way he says
I know exactly what word you wanted to
Of course you do. Of course you do, but I couldn't say it.
I think it's perfectly fine for you to say it, but I won't say it.
I'm not going to say it.
But I won't say it.
I'm not going to say it. But does he not remind you a little bit of that Jameis with the way he
galvanizes?
Because
he's a tiny bit corny, but
so is Jameis.
You could tell it's actually how he feels and he cares. So it's genuine to him, but it's corny to us, aka we love it. Who doesn't love Jameis?
You think he was more? I don't know. Jameis has improved with his.
I don't think anything about that postgame interview was cringe. I mean, the guys, we're not talking about this enough.
I mean, no, it was cringe. Some of it was.
What Indiana just did is the greatest turnaround.
Incredible
in college football sports history.
It was still cringe. You can't say him getting up there in his high.
What was he doing? Was he trying to act like he was about to cry?
It was a weird moment.
Like
for him.
What was that?
All I know is before we start the NFL talk, because that's what we're going into now, the Giants are going to get 72 first-round picks for Heisman Doza. Because the Giants currently have the first overall pick of the draft.
Probably. All right, guys.
What game we starting on so I can tweet it out?
Yeah, let's get into it. First game we're starting on. I'm sorry, JD. It just literally is the first game on the list. I'm sorry.
Ravens Steelers.
It is. Like I can't even make it up. Usually the first game on the list is the Giants because I have them pinned, but it's not because they didn't play. So it's the Steelers and the Ravens. Oh boy, JD, I don't even know if I should do an intro or if I should just toss it over to you and you just start talking.
Yeah. Just actually, like I said on Friday.
Look what you did. Now you messed up. Now I can't hear JD because you wanted to do something fun. Now I have to leave and come back. Unreal. JD, start
Get
talking.
out.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go or I'm gonna talk while he's doing that.
Look at the frozen picture we have on him, by the way. I will get a screenshot of that later.
Let's say that's.
Really can we do a double F?
I say yeah. Put in
yes, excellent.
Double FA. FA stoned. FA not stoned.
What does the other one look like?
You can't see it on the screen.
You can't see it
for us.
No, I can only see myself talking, and the other one is blank.
It's a phenomenal still shot of you with your eyes squinty and your mouth open. It's phenomenal. I'll do you a favor. I removed it. I removed it.
All right. JD, Steelers lost.
Let him talk. Let him talk. He was about to talk, and he was in the middle of it. Let him go.
But yeah, that game, just like we talked about on Friday, I thought no score was going to shock me there. I thought either team could actually win this game. This is a game that I had no play on. At the end of the day, just like Connie and Footy are saying, I do think the Ravens did get screwed, and that was with me. Like I said,
second that. I second that.
He didn't make the third step, man. I mean, I'm sorry. He didn't make the third step.
Shut up.
I'm actually off of him. You know, it's not that. But no, I really do think that was a touchdown.
How do I ban Nick for an hour?
I've seen so many other plays called a touchdown that were so much like less than like
that. Was such. Let me tell you something. I was on the Steelers plus 6.5, and I will tell you right now, that was a fucking touchdown. I was sitting in my. I'm fucked because the Ravens are going to get another field goal and win this game.
I can't believe it was. I'll put you this: if it's called not a touchdown, it never gets overturned. But calling it a touchdown and overturning it was crazy to me.
If I would suggest maybe like, I don't know, any children's hospital, any other donation would be significantly better than Steelers for Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's definitely not.
That's it, JD. That's your only take.
Just that, and I mean the Steelers won. I mean, like, congrats to them. I mean, like, they did go out there and get the job done.
They also had 8 yards in the fourth quarter.
But I was about to say, but no, my perception of the Steelers team has definitely not changed.
Yes, Footy. I'll jump into this one next. The Ravens are exactly who I thought they were. Lamar is exactly who he's been all year. There's something wrong. There is something just not right with Lamar. We've been saying it on the show since probably week 3 of this year, where we were like, why does this not look the same? And it's never been more evident. 19 of 35 passing, 200 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He was not creating plays. He was not extending plays well. He had 7 runs for 43 yards. He was a little more mobile than we're used to. But he wasn't making the game-breaking plays that we're used to Lamar doing. He's been doing it for years, and this year he just is not the same guy. So for me, the fourth down after they overturned, which for the Steelers, which play are you talking about? It's the offensive line. Yeah, the offensive line has been bad, but he's overcome offensive lines before. Bad offensive line.
So here's what I want to
look the same.
I want to get into this. I mean, these two teams still play last game of the year. So in theory, the Ravens are not eliminated from playoff contention. They have to win their division. And the only way they're going to win their division is they have to have, obviously, the last game of the year, but they also have to do better than at least pick up a game on the Steelers, right, to get it to even for that last game of the year. Here are the 3 games in between now and then for both teams. Ready? Ravens are at Cincinnati, then hosting the Patriots, and then at Green Bay.
No, they're fucked. They're done. They needed that game yesterday. They're done.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. Let me read to you Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is next Monday night hosting the Dolphins, at Detroit, at Cleveland, and then the Ravens. So, to me, Steelers probably go 2-1 and then the Ravens probably also, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they beat the Packers and the Patriots. So that's a loss.
I agree.
Could they lose both? Hell yeah. And then that's it. It's over.
That knew some type of drug.
MNG. Yeah, MNG. I think he means MNF. But Dolphins are hot. That's another. Hey, here's a fun fact. The Dolphins and the Chiefs are tied in the standings. That's not a joke. I saw that this morning looking at the standings and went, really?
Speaking of, we can move right into that one. Dolphins beat up on the Jets. There's not more to talk about that.
Well, hold on. Let's see here. What are the Ravens' odds to make the playoffs? Let's pull it up. Let's not go by our opinion.
I think it's the Bengals. Does he not understand that
No, they're playing the Bengals. They're playing the Bengals. He meant this week's game that we were talking about. But let's take a look at playoff odds.
Because
let's take a look at playoff odds. The Ravens are minus 260 to miss the playoffs. So if you disagree with what we're saying, you can make a ton of money betting the Ravens to make the playoffs.
Hold on, guys. The Bengals cannot make the playoffs. Stop talking about the Bengals.
We're not talking about the Bengals. We're talking about the Ravens.
Tell Joe the Bengals cannot make the playoffs.
Joe, shut up. The Bengals are not making the playoffs.
Yeah, the Bengals are.
It's not possible. They're done. Now, the
Bengals are 4-9.
The only way the Ravens make it is if they have to go undefeated, and then the they have to get a game on the Steelers. They're a game back, and I don't even know what the tiebreaker would then be if the Ravens did win that game last week. Then it would go to divisional.
I can tell you who has the tiebreaker right now. Let me pull it up. ESPN has this cool thing this year. If you hit the standing section, they tell you who owns
The
every
problem
tiebreaker.
is, Alpha, I think it's divisional.
It's fluid.
record, and I think that Baltimore has 2 more divisional games, and so does Pittsburgh.
Yes. But Steelers are 3-1. Yeah, they're 2-2 in the division. But then it goes to head, so that would also have to be a wash. Yeah, Ravens are plus 190 to make the playoffs.
It's not over for the Ravens, but it's completely out of their control.
It's completely out of their control. All right. It's out of JD's control as well. He hated this. I told you we shouldn't have spent this much time on the Ravens with all his futures on it.
He got upset.
Well, welcome, everyone. The show has changed course because the New York Knicks defeated the Orlando Magic yesterday, and we're going to break down the full 48-minute film.
Let me tell you something about
New
Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain is not allowed in the state. Desmond Bain is dead to me. I never liked him. I don't like his children. I don't like his family.
Wow. But to wrap it up, big Knicks win. Big Knicks win.
I actually cut in and started talking, and I was so proud of the fact that I actually cut somebody off.
You should do that more, especially
and
when
started talking, and then I realized after I talked, it was just dead silent because I was on another screen because I was reading something off of there.
We were already.
And it was just dead silent. I was like,
yeah, he was gone. He was gone. But we just ran the Knicks hour, so we're back talking about this. But yeah, the Ravens are
what I was trying to say was I was surprised by it. As far as to make the playoffs, the Steelers' odds are actually minus 160. And then the Ravens' odds are actually plus 158. So that's actually closer than I thought it was.
DK has a plus 190. Where are you seeing plus 158?
FanDuel.
That's the one I have.
It's gonna come down to these. I do think the Steelers take care of business against the Dolphins, but it wouldn't shock me if the Dolphins win. If the Dolphins win, and the Steelers
what do you think the Chiefs are? What do you think the Chiefs are to make the playoffs?
I don't think have a chance.
Plus 400 on FanDuel to make the playoffs.
They would need so many. They would need the Colts to completely derail, which we'll get.
The Colts are done. They're plus 300 as well to make the playoffs.
The
Colts are done.
Ahead of them, but tonight
everyone they're in the 10th spot in the AFC.
The Eagles win would be huge. There's a lot of things. They need the Eagles to win tonight. The Chiefs. Big time.
Yeah, because here it is right now. The Chiefs own the tiebreaker over Miami based on best win percentage in conference game. The Ravens hold the tiebreaker over Kansas City and Miami based on best win percentage in conference game. So that's apparently the big one. And the Texans own the tiebreaker over everyone essentially, and they're 8-5. So the Chiefs, who are currently 6-7, need to get into the 8-5 spot, and they've lost the tiebreaker to that team. So that should tell you they need to win out, and they need every team ahead of them to lose out. It's just not. I just don't think it's feasible at all at this point.
Yeah. All right, let's keep moving, guys, because it's somehow 30 minutes, and we've only gone through one game. Dolphins, Jets, nothing much there to speak about.
Well, we've gone through 2 games now because there's nothing to say. The Dolphins.
Yeah.
I will just say the Jets should run out that rookie quarterback, keep the losing going, and get on to Cancun. All right, moving on. Excuse me. Saints Bucks did not see that one coming. Holy crap! Are the Bucks in trouble here? Or is it just a bad week where the Saints just had everything going kind of right for them? The Bucks had nothing going right. Somehow the Panthers lead this division, and we are headed into Week 15. That is not something I thought we would be talking about. Panthers leading the division heading into Week 15. The Bucks looked horrible. Now the weather was really, really bad yesterday, and Tyler Shuck, whoever had a 2x2 by Tyler Shuck, just paid for their kids' college tuition. I don't have.
We had a big 2x2 yesterday, baby. We had a big 2x2.
Imagine if you had Shuck in there. Oh. I don't know. I don't have much to say. I think it was just one of those any given Sunday type of games.
I don't. It's the same thing I'm going to say about the Bucs that I've been saying for the last 6 weeks. This team has no offensive line. They lost too many quality starters for the year. They don't have anyone in there. It's the offensive line. Baker's doing a decent job, but for the Bucs to be humming and flowing like we know that they can be, they need to be running the ball with Bucky Irving, and he needs to be gashing holes and have room to run. And he just does it behind this banged up, bruised, and battered offensive line. That's the issue with them, and it's not getting fixed because most of those guys are out for the year. They're getting Wirfs is going to come back. They're getting a couple pieces back, but even when those guys come back, they're not the same caliber of team that they were at the early part of the year. They're just not. They're too injured, too battered, too bruised.
And let's not forget, no time to get healthy. They're Thursday night this week.
Yep.
Right.
They're in trouble.
And I actually like our guy Cook here said, this is actually what I think here. And actually Alpha, like you said, they're just so banged up, man.
They are.
And then like you said, Jefe, the weather was so nasty. It was just one of those weeks. But no, I do think that this is going to be a get right week for the Bucks.
We'll see if they are able to get Wirfs and some other
Line
big name
is
guys back in the
opened up
lineup.
at 4.5, which is a very, very favorable line. All right, guys, let's keep it moving. Next game is
The Ravens fan is very upset. We're not talking about MVP caliber like Lamar Jackson. We're talking about Baker Mayfield on his 48th team. Continue.
Okay. Colts Jets. I'll just intro this real quick. If you don't know, Daniel Jones tore his Achilles. He's out for the year. Matter of fact, he's out for a calendar year.
Yeah,
and that is really just, for the man, I feel awful for a guy who took control of that team and probably through the first 10 weeks of the season looked like he was going to get brought back and get a wonderful new contract. Not that the Giants couldn't pay him handsomely already. I'm not out here worrying about Daniel Jones' next meal.
The Colts did so wrong by Daniel Jones on a one-year deal, having him play on a fractured fucking leg.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, I'm sitting here right now telling you that I think the Colts bring him back. I really do.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know, but I don't know if it's going to be a long-term type of situation because they're going to need somebody to start next year, and I don't think they believe anything with Anthony Richardson. But who knows? That's not the problem right now. Let's focus on moving forward. Jaguars took care of business against the Colts. They looked great, and the Jags now own that division, at least for the moment. What do we think about the Jags? Because the Colts, we can all agree, Colts are done. I assume with Riley Leonard moving forward, there's no other.
The Colts are cooked. They're done.
I don't even think the Colts make the playoffs, guys.
They're plus 300. They're plus 300 to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
the books agree with you. I don't think they have any chance of doing anything this year. I've come on this show every week and tell you I think the Jags are grossly overrated and they don't really play anyone and they're getting some big wins, but they've had some big wins on their schedule. And every time I think they're going to come up to a big test, I thought the Colts were going to beat them yesterday. I was completely wrong. I've insulted Trevor Lawrence all year. He looked decent as well. I can't say anything else about this Jaguars team. I still don't believe in them, but they're passing the eye test. Their defense is playing well. They're making good plays. So, they do beat up on the bad teams. But, Connie, you put it here perfectly. They had some really good early season wins. They took down the Chiefs. They took out the Texans. They took out the Chargers. And now the Colts. So, they have the impressive wins. I can't keep saying what I've been saying about them all year. But am I impressed? Kind of. JD, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, as far as the Jags, especially when they're playing at home, I believe this is actually what we actually talked about on Friday. This is where I definitely want to back this team. The defense just tends to play up more there. They are one of those teams we talked about. Do I fully believe in them? No, but they're kind of getting there. Like they're not, they're definitely not as bad as I think most of us thought throughout this season. Beyond that, yeah, the Colts are done. I do want to bring up this actually comment one last time here. I am a Lamar Jackson guy. I know a lot of people either love him or either they hate him. But actually when he is healthy, I am all for him. He is great. He can run. He can make all of the plays, and he makes the rest of that offense hum.
Top three quarterback in the league.
Yes.
Allen, and Mahomes are the top three quarterbacks in the league.
I know. I have nothing bad to say about Lamar Jackson.
But currently,
I know he's looked off this year.
Yeah, I was about to say he is the problem currently though, because something's wrong. Like I said, I don't know what it all is, but something's wrong, and he is the problem because he can't do all the things he normally does, which means the rest of the offense does not go along the way it normally does. And then that also goes back to some of the offensive line. They're actually also some of that does
100%.
actually go on actually them though. But no, as far as actually Lamar Jackson, no, I am actually completely pro everything about him. So
I think we all are, and we all expected the Ravens to have a big year. That's the thing. I think that people are upset about it. It's because when you watch the game, The eye test is just not the same. It's just not. That's the last thing I can
Guys,
say on that.
their defense is a little bit of a problem. No matter Bouquet pretty much the entire year on their line is humongous.
That's when it went to shit. That's
People
when the
are
whole
really
season went to
forgetting
shit.
about it. They also were without Roquan for like 6 weeks. He's the Mike. That's a humongous problem too. And he comes back, but it takes a couple games to get back into game shape. Then obviously they were without Lamar. It takes a couple games to get back into game shape. But you want to know what the biggest problem is? This is probably year 4 that we every offseason say this has got to be the year that the Ravens go out and get a wide receiver. And they just don't.
Very true.
Them and the Bills, they just don't. Want to know what the fucking difference is? Is that Josh Allen is just a little bit better.
Fair point. Yeah, no, in the clutch moments, I think Josh Allen has played better, and they need to get him some help.
In those clutch moments, it's just a little bit better. But the Ravens and the Bills have the same problem this is going to be the 5th year in a row. Just get a fucking wide receiver. At least the Bills try with Stephon Diggs. When was the Ravens' last wide receiver one?
Don't they have DeAndre Hopkins? I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. They do have formerly won. No, and also extending Mark Andrews for a 3-year gargantuan contract isn't going to help them free up cap to do that either. So let's keep it moving.
Just saying, it drives me crazy when you have a Ferrari in Lamar Jackson, and you put on Toyota Camry wheels.
I could agree more.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. The next 2 games, Titans Browns. I mean.
What a game!
Tennessee.
What a game!
Thank you, Tennessee. Thank you. As a Giants fan, thanks. I'll tell you what. Shador looked like shit. Shador looked great. Cam looked like shit. Cam looked great. They both went up and down during the game. But
I don't know if I would. Shador had an unbelievable game.
No, I'm telling you, like there were times he did throw a bad pick there. There were times where what I'm trying to say, both teams go out of that game and you know what? All right, we'll take it. Even Cleveland with the loss. I think.
Shador was great.
Cleveland is going to be in a very interesting situation next year. They've already publicly said they're bringing back Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that was a wild statement. They didn't need to make.
Nobody asked. But
nobody asked that question.
Nobody asked. They were just like, "Yeah, we're bringing him back. He's coming on back." And Shador has to be at least looked at as the possible Week 1 starter next year. I think he's starting to earn.
He needs to be. He threw for 375 yards and 3 touchdowns.
I just don't know where the Deshaun Watson thing is going. I guess that'll be an offseason talking point. But regardless, I think also Tennessee can feel very comfortable with Cam as their guy moving forward, and they need to use their first pick either to trade back on capital or build around him because that boy has nothing, nobody, zilch, nada to throw to.
I have not been impressed with Cam Ward this year. He was okay yesterday. And granted, they put up 31 points against the Browns, who have a very good defense. There's no denying that. But looking at Cam Ward's numbers, 14 to 28 for 100 yards, 2 tutties and a pick. He had a QBR of a 19.1, a quarterback rating of 70.1. He doesn't run as much as I anticipated him being a runner in the NFL. That's one of my big takeaways from him. I thought he would look more, not like Jackson Dart, because he was always a better runner in terms of running, but I thought we would see Cam more help his team with his legs more than we have. I will say, Cam Ward, when that dude jumped on him and he shoved him to the ground.
Oh,
that
yeah,
that
was amazing.
One of the best incompletions I've ever seen. That was a phenomenal play by him. But he's also a rookie, so I'm not grading like, oh, I'm out on him. But I know he has no one to throw to either. Hasn't impressed me that much this year.
No, I mean, it was Tony Pollard's the reason that Tennessee won that game. He rushed for 161 and 2 tutties. Mm-hmm. Cam only had 117 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 an interception. You're right. Shador 364, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 pick, and a rushing touchdown as well. Shador is looking,
and his rushing touchdown was sick.
It was. Yeah. And I think the thing that I'm most impressed with Shador is he's progressing. He's getting better week after week. He's earning his spot to get a full training camp next year, getting team 1 reps and being named the starter, and then we can see where they are.
Correct. Big trade market coming for quarterbacks this year.
Footy, I couldn't agree with you more. It's all going to come down to who declares and who doesn't. Right now, it's basically Nando, who's going to be 1, and who's going to be 2 again? The second quarterback?
Probably Ty Simpson, if I had to guess. Maybe Dante Moore.
I don't know why Ty Simpson will come out. Isn't he like a...
He's old. He's just been a backup for a while.
I was about to say, he's like been a damn backup for years.
I think he's Ty Simpson's like 22.
think he might still have a year to come back.
No, he does. Ty Simpson turns 23 next week. 23 years old.
But I think
he's not. He does, but he's not going to. He's coming into.
I don't know about all that. There's too much.
He's a guaranteed. He's a guaranteed top 3 quarterback pick in the draft. There's no way he doesn't come in the draft.
Do you think there's a way that Carson Beck finagles his way through a good college football playoff back into the first round?
No.
All right. Well, then it's all Fernando, baby. It's all Fernando.
Right now, Nando's minus 150 to go first overall. Dante Moore's plus 380 and Ty Simpson's plus 650.
If Dante Moore declares, which I don't know why.
Because if you're the second-ranked quarterback, even if it's a weak class, so many teams near the top of the draft this year need a quarterback. You are going to get paid. By where you get selected is how much money you make. So they're going to get paid for a 4 to 5 year deal if they come out this year.
I get it. I guess another topic for another time. All right. Let's keep moving, boys. Seahawks took care of business versus the Falcons. I'm here once again to ask, does Kirk Cousins know Bijan Robinson is on his team? This is now my 4th week asking this. I don't know if they've ever spoken before. I don't know if they've ever shaken hands. I don't know if they even know of each other. But it is very obvious to me one thing. Who the fuck is the Falcons' backup? Because that person needs to be playing. Kirk Cousins is horrendous.
Do you want me to look it up? Hold on, I'll pull up the depth chart here. Wow. I'll give you a hint. His first name's a bat company.
A bat company?
The bat company.
Louisville.
Easton Stick.
Great. Get him in. Right in. Get in there, buddy. Get in. Please. I can't. Please don't make me watch Kirk Cousins on national television on Thursday.
It's
bad.
It's bad.
Please.
It's bad.
Anything on that game? Seahawks look fantastic, but Kirk was awful.
I just want to verify what I'm thinking from this game, and I'm going to pull it up. Let me just verify.
Seahawks are the number 1 seed right now. That's weird.
No, verifying that Sam Darnold wasn't fantastic, and he was okay. I'm not going to say it because he was good enough to where I'm not going to say it. But
three touchdowns, 1 pick, 249 passing yards, 20 of 30.
Yeah, but he still sucks.
Yeah,
he still sucks. That's why I had to go double check. But I mean, if you watch this guy in and out, the Seahawks have no chance with him as their quarterback going forward.
I was about to say, for as much as I've been on the Seahawks the entire season, I am now so well. I've actually been on the Rams too, which shout out to the Rams that cashed my they cashed my like over wins. So that was a nice big extra cash for me. But it's put me more even on the Rams. Like the Rams. The Rams are the team.
Lucky for us, next Thursday Night Football, not this one, is Rams Seahawks.
And I was thinking
again, right? Second time.
And I was about to say, and I was expecting to be on the Seahawks in that game, and now I don't think I am.
You can't.
One, that's a Seattle. That's an in Seattle product.
Yeah,
so that's gonna be a good one. All right, let's keep moving, boys. All right, finally, Bills Bengals. Here's what I'll say. Man, I really just want to see a healthy Joe Burrow next year because he reminded me yesterday how just in a snap of a finger, he is no doubt a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. His ability to get the ball into places that only his wide receivers can catch is uncanny. And
until he lost them the game.
Did he or did the Bills just make back-to-back unbelievable defensive plays? I'm sorry.
No. The pick six was...
The Bernard pick six was unreal. He
awful
just timed it perfectly and came down with it. That was other than 2 back-to-back throws. It's crazy that they were back-to-back. The Espinosa one was crazy. It was a tip. That was a little crazy.
I'm not saying nothing about that, but the
Bernard was an amazing... I mean, I looked... I'm like, what?
Same. Oh, I was doing laps around my house. I needed them to
other than those back-to-back throws, Joe Burrow was unreal.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But that's Bengals are out. Hopefully, I just want to see Joe for the sake of watching football as a fan. I want to see Burrow healthy next year. Let's go to the Bills.
Hang on. Just watching Burrow in the snow. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just
same, David.
Like it's just awesome.
It's cinematic. I just tweeted it. It's like watching a movie.
Bro, that game was like it was just. That game gave AFC Championship is what that game gave, right? The snow and just the name brand.
I had a different thought in my head, but that's because I'm a Giants fan. You know what it made me think of? The Giants Packers NFC Championship game and the minus the. That's what it gave me those memories.
With the pick of Favre and overtime.
Minus 30. Lawrence Tynes game winner. That's what it made me reminisce about. Yep. I will say that.
I remember that. Tom Coughlin on the sideline with his
red as fuck. Yeah.
Here's what I want to say about the Bills.
He should not.
The Bengals defense is dog shit. And the Bills made it look like that, to be honest with you. He threw all over them. But I want to take that off to the side. Josh Allen's ability to put on that cape at this point right now is just the same as Patrick Mahomes' ability to put on that cape. They have the same ability when that cape needs to go on. I saw this man on a 3rd and 17 put the cape on and not just and run it for a first down to end that game and he was already kind of like battered and bruised at that time. You could tell. I saw him another time rush for a touchdown that was so needed in that time. Throws that just were perfect. The IQ that you can't replicate. But at the end of the day, the Bengals are the worst defense in the league. I still am worried about the Bills when they go up against even a formidable defense. And it's because they're so injured, man. Yeah. And I don't know if they're going to be healthy by the time the playoffs start. I don't know.
Here's my theory.
But here's what I'll say. I'm worried about them when the team that they're playing has an immense defense. Nothing about the other team's offense. They can compete offensively. But when that team... Yeah,
Josh is not even close. Especially with the wear and tear that's been on Burrow.
Yeah, first of all, Josh Allen, his ability to just... I would think with Josh Allen, we would play with a fucking broken leg and you'd have to medevac him out of the stadium to get him out.
Daniel Jones?
Yeah, basically. I just worry about the Bills against a team like the Texans.
That's the worst fucking matchup for them.
Or the Broncos. I agree to that. Even the Broncos.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, Nick. If we're doing a redraft right now, who's the number one pick for one season in the NFL? Like a one season redraft. So it doesn't matter.
It's not a redraft. Fantasy draft for one season.
Fantasy draft for one season.
You were
but
confusing
not
me there.
like but for like real, like not fantasy sports. Who's number
one?
No,
yeah. But for only 1 year.
1 year. So age doesn't matter.
Patrick Mahomes.
JD?
I have to go with the same.
Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
You have to. You have to.
I mean,
you have to.
I want to say Allen, but
you can't. But Allen's number 2. Allen's number 2, and Lamar's number 3 for me.
Yeah,
because
this year,
and we'll get to this later. Yesterday was not his fault, but we'll
get
to that.
No.
Sorry. All right, go Alpha Bills.
I have a lot of thoughts about the Bills because when they get to the playoffs, it's not going to look the same. Meaning, teams need someone to step up and be the guy in the playoffs. And this year, the playoffs, in my opinion, going to get yelled at again, but they're all minus teams to not make the playoffs. All significant minus teams to not make the playoffs. No Lamar, no Mahomes, no Burrow in his path. I think this is the Bills' shot to make the Super Bowl. I don't know if they're going to win it. And they need to avoid the Texans. I do believe that as well. But this is the year they have their path. There's just never been an easier road for them to make the Super Bowl. They will have the best player in the AFC playing when they make the playoffs, by far. Josh Allen will be the best player in the AFC on whatever side of the ball you want to talk about. And this is the Bills' chance. I would definitely recommend taking a stab at them to make the Super Bowl right now. I'm not saying to win the Super Bowl, but I think you're going to get some good value right now that you're going to be happy with later on if you take the Bills to make the Super Bowl. I honestly think they have a good chance of winning the Super Bowl, but I'm not ready. I need to see the defense play a little bit better for that whole thing. But out of the AFC, outside of the Texans, who do you think is going to stop this Bills team when it gets cold? When we get these frigid games that we saw that Josh Allen could play better than any quarterback in the league, what AFC team is taking out this Bills?
I just feel worried. I'm worried that they're going to have to be road dogs in the playoffs. And I think that places like Denver can give them trouble.
I don't see that at all. They demolished Denver.
Houston is their
I was about to say, Houston's the team that you just
honestly, I'm gonna say this overarching. I think Houston's everybody's nightmare scenario right
Yes.
now.
Yeah, I agree. They're the number one defense in football.
I've never seen it. I've never seen a defense like this in the NFL. And somebody in the chat said 2000s Ravens, and I was very young back then. I can't really remember the best defense I've ever seen.
We were 8. We were 8
in my formidable years. Was the Seahawks Legion of Boom?
See, this is the thing I agree with though as well, and I agree with what you're saying. But back to the specific topic, what happened to Stroud, man? He was the best rookie quarterback we've ever seen until Jaden Daniels came in, and you could argue with a wall who you think was better. But
I'll tell you a few things, Alpha. Yesterday, he made some really big throws on third down.
Yes.
But he also made some boneheaded plays, too.
He absolutely did. But when it came down to it, on a bunch of 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 8s,
he made big plays.
He made really tight throws to not star wide receivers, by the way, because Nico Collins wasn't catching them.
We have a lot to say about that game. I have a shit ton to say.
Let's
first
also
off,
show it. First, I do have to shout out Dare Ogunwabale gets 1 carry the whole game. All the running backs are dead. They bring in Ogunbowale, and he Ogunbowale's his ass to the end zone. Hell of a run he had there.
Listen, I think let's keep the Texans and the talk to that game, because I also have a lot of things I want to say.
Yes.
We got at least one more big game that I want to talk about.
But actually, Alpha teed me up perfect for what I was going to say on this game. Give me official play. Give me the Bills to face the Rams in the Super Bowl at 15-1.
I can see that.
That's what I was going to say, and Alpha said all the reasons why.
God, Rams probably win that Super Bowl.
I think so too,
yes,
but it'd be a good game, and I don't know if I can definitively say Rams are going to win this one here, because I could think the Bills are going to torch that defense. If you're able to keep Jared Verse in check with the way Josh Allen can move out of the pocket, I think that could be a good win for them. I think they have a chance. So more to come on that. But JD, what else do you have to say in this game?
Really, there's not much else. Y'all actually broke this actually.
I couldn't agree more with Connie. Like, this is the year. Your kryptonite is Patrick Mahomes. He's not there.
He's not there this year. I heard a lot of chatter about Chiefs dynasty. Guys, the Chiefs dynasty is fine. Want to know why? Look at Patrick Mahomes' age. Okay?
Correct.
But he's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, but it is kind of dead in the terms of it's going to be a new look. It's not. This is the end of Kelsey. I think we're all very confident of that.
That's it. That's the only person who's it's the end of.
I think they're going to have to revamp the offensive line, and I think they're going to have to make a lot of different defensive moves.
Dude, Kelsey makes a lot of money. They could get Kelsey.
I agree.
Couldn't agree more. They could get another offensive lineman in there. Chris Jones is not retiring.
I don't think
McDuffie's on a rookie contract.
I don't think they're done winning Super Bowls and even making or making playoffs, let alone winning Super Bowls. And Connie makes a great point here. Reed's on the way out. Yeah, he is. He only has 1 or 2 left. Absolutely. He only has 1 or 2 left at max. Kelsey's gone.
Okay,
it's just going to be a different look team. So that's when they say the dynasty's over. That's
we need to get to this Chiefs game because we all have a lot to say. What other games do we have to hit?
Next game, you guys want to talk about Broncos Raiders? They didn't cover.
No.
It was a bad.
Broncos still fucking suck. I think they're
Broncos
the most overrated team in the entire league. Go ahead.
Agreed. Rams, their get right spot was.
Yes, I was invited. I will send videos, Footy. Don't worry. If they needed an honorary dog, I'm the dog.
Rams laid it on the Cardinals. Rams are good, but the Cardinals.
Nothing to say there. That was free money on the Rams. I was all over that.
We have to talk about Bears Packers. It was a big game. Damn, I mean, Bears defense looked good. They were hanging in there. Bears looked good. They were on the way back, but something about Jordan Love in fucking December, man. This guy doesn't lose.
It's weird. His December is phenomenal. His January's trash. It's a very interesting thing because you think as it gets colder, you either get better or you get worse. It's not like you get better for one of the cold months, then shit for the second. Because Jordan Love in his last 2 playoff games, January, 5 interceptions. 0 wins. So that's all I'm going to say there. But he was fantastic. And one more thing I want to say. Caleb Williams, I fucking hate you. I finally got behind the Caleb train in about the end of the 3rd quarter yesterday. Finally, Jefe. You know, it's taken me years. I'm like, you know what? This guy's playing some good football. He's making good decisions. He's not doing the same mistakes he had last year by standing in the pocket too long, taking hits that were unnecessary, and taking stupid 40-yard sacks. But you know what he fucking does? He has a walk-in of DJ Moore to tie the game. and he tries to go over the top on a 4th down where he could have just taken the DJ Moore. If they would have stopped him, would have been at the 1-yard line, and it was a horrible decision. It was right in front of his face. So guess what? I am back on the Caleb Williams' dog shit train because he almost got me in. But then he had to make that horrendous play to end the game. And that wasn't just a bad play. Horrendous play. Joseph put it in here. It's 4th and fucking 1. And he tried a 20-yard bomb to the end zone when he had DJ Moore directly in his eyesight uncovered. Caleb still sucks. But he's getting better. That's my takeaway from this game.
Okay, well said. I think both of these teams will find their way in the postseason. I think Caleb. I think the Bears are a year too early. I am a big believer.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm a humongous believer in what the Bears have on defense, and I think.
Nick.
I'm a big believer in the Bears defense, and I think the turnovers that they have will and that they have been able to force, they'll continue to do that, and they'll make the playoffs. I just think Caleb is going to be the reason they lose. He's going to throw a bad pick in the playoffs, and in the playoffs, time of possession and not making mistakes is number one. That's what I think on that one. JD, if you have anything for that?
Just actually a little bit. Nick, I actually wish that Caleb did do that because I would like him a lot more than and not whatever he paints him now. But anyway, the Bears were actually right there, guys. I mean, the Bears.
They're right there.
The Bears were in this game. The Bears are, as far as the way Johnson schemes this actually offense, for most of the time, Caleb is not bad. And that's what is making the biggest change here. And that is only going to continue to it. It's just going to
evolve.
Yes. So
I agree.
Like I said, like here up until like a couple weeks ago, I was not in on the Bears whatsoever. But I, kind of am.
They're slowly getting us in. I'm in the same, like I was like you. I know you also had him against the Eagles. So we watched that game. He didn't fuck anything up. Then yesterday, up until the very last throw he made of the game, he didn't fuck anything up. And by fucking things up, I mean his biggest issue in college was he didn't get rid of the ball. He would stand back there, dance around, and try and fling it all over the field, and he didn't do that. Ben Johnson has seemingly gotten that out of him so far this year, and that has made a substantial difference in his game, in my opinion, as well as Ben Johnson's offensive scheme. That's all I got to say.
All right, guys, let's move into it. Sunday Night Football. Texans beat the Chiefs, but
we didn't talk about. I for some reason think we fully broke down this game already. I guess just in passing because we kept bringing it up.
Passing.
I'm
gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it right to the second half because I don't want to talk about the first half. Second half, something happened. Something that I don't think I've seen the entire year from the Chiefs defense. They became unstoppable
in the third quarter. Third quarter only.
Well, hold on. No. What
they did in the third quarter was the most impressive quarter I've seen in years. That one quarter.
They were on fire. I mean, I don't know if the Texans got a yard. Doesn't matter. The Chiefs caught up. Game was tied, right? And then you bring us to that 4th and 1, 4th and 2 on their own 20. I understand why Andy Reid went for it. The third down before that 4th down was a 3rd and 10, and you saw Patrick Mahomes put his body on the line after he's already banged up and get 8 yards, right? You bring it to a 4th and 2. So you wanna reward your quarterback, the momentum. He felt the momentum shifting. He thought just like 1,000 of the times they've done it, you go for it, you get it. They get that 4th down, I think they drive down the fucking field and get a touchdown.
I think it was a really bad idea to go for it.
They didn't,
ever.
And it was a really bad call because of how your defense was playing. You punt that ball, I think the Texans keep going 3 and out, and you keep getting the ball back to your number one playmaker. But let me just keep going, and then I'm going to let you guys get into it. What impressed me the most is even after that, the Texans got a field goal from that, right? Or did they get a touchdown from that one?
Touchdown.
They got a touchdown. They had a touchdown from that one.
I already broke down the Dara Yagumbawale touchdown, all right?
But then, hold on. Then what happened after is more interesting to me. The Chiefs get the ball back. Patrick Mahomes throws an interception.
Well, that's what he said right here.
You would think that the game's over. It's not. The Texans go 3-and-out and punt back. Now the Chiefs have an opportunity to somehow, even after these mistakes and not scoring and throwing an interception and not getting on 4th down, you still have Patrick Mahomes. There was a hell of a lot of time on the clock and driving. And then you had that ridiculous Travis Kelce interception, which even the play before that, he missed the catch. On the first down on that play, he missed the catch. That ball, he catches 9 out of 10 times. But it was 100% his fault. It went right into Al-Shari's hands. At that time, Texans get the ball again. And at that point, they get a much-needed first down, and the game was pretty much over. It was over. They kicked the field goal. Patrick Mahomes did everything he could. That last interception wasn't on him. I don't even think the interception before that was on him. I can't really think of it, though. I think it was more of like it was like a third down anyway, and he just kind of chucked it.
Yeah,
really deep.
I was just about to say, like, it was a punt. So.
Yeah, it was a punt. That one wasn't bad. So this is the bad one. I think Travis Kelce had his worst game ever, and I think you could tell he's at the end of his line. Patrick Mahomes.
You mean the 1 for 8? The 1 for 8 on 5 targets where he missed 4 of them?
I want to say Rashee Rice had a horrible game.
He did. Horrible. He also got lit the fuck up.
Horrible. He got lit the F up. Never got checked for a concussion, by the way. Was literally on the next play.
I thought the same thing. My fantasy team, I was very worried about that.
I literally looked, I was like, is he lining up in the slot after that?
Same.
His body looked like a cartoon, like a wavy inflatable.
Bro, the next play was a fake screen to him where they did he stepped back and I was like, don't do that. I need him next week in the playoffs. Jesus.
I think that the Chiefs, I know they're not mathematically done, but I think we could all tell.
They're done.
They are exhausted from playing in AFC Championship after Super Bowl and AFC Championship after Super Bowl for years and years and years to come. I think they're going to get a much-due 1, 2, 3 Cancun this year. They will revamp, and that's all I got to say about the Chiefs. I want to say this about Texans, and I'm going to let you guys go. Texans are my favorite team. I thoroughly believe in the playoffs. You win by 2 things. Line of scrimmage on both sides.
Correct.
And having just a running game you can count on. I think with Nick Chubb and Woody Marks, they have a running game they can count on. And I think their defense, not just their line, but their linebackers and their secondary are unbelievable.
I agree.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll make one point here. As the only person on this panel who backed the Texans yesterday, I've been behind this defense. I think they're the best defense in the NFL by far. I just don't know if their offense is going to do enough to actually just win in the playoffs. Maybe they'll win a game or two. I don't believe in them as Super Bowl contenders yet. But the defense is the best in the NFL by far to me. And it was another impressive performance from the team. Doesn't matter if CJ Stroud's in there. Doesn't matter if the neck is in there. They've been getting wins, and they've been impressive doing it. So good for them. Kudos to them. And I think the Chiefs' run is over. Like I said, they are going to retool is the right words here. They're going to get new weapons in there. They're just not going to look the same as like the team that we're used to. I don't know how much longer Spagnuolo has left. I don't know how much longer Andy Reid has left in the NFL. Don't know if Spagnuolo is going to want to do head coaching anymore, the defensive coordinator. It just seems like there's a lot of changes for them. It's going to be interesting to see what they change into. But for the 2025-2026 season, the Chiefs are not winning the Super Bowl. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs either, and I think they have a lot to figure out this offseason. JD.
All right. I'm going to try to keep my blood pressure down here. There was, yes, a lot of people are saying there was a ton of drops. Yes, there was big drops by Kelce. There was big drops by Rice. There was a huge drop by actually Hunt. All of that. This loss to me was 100% on Andy Reid. You just, like you said, Alpha, that was one of the most dominant third quarters I have ever seen from any team.
Literally.
The game was tied, but to me, it felt like, no.
That's a crazy theory that I have not thought of, but that's
JD, I know you're trying to say. It felt like the Chiefs were winning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the game was tied. But no, the Chiefs,
I lost.
It felt like the Texans were dead to rights, and the game was still tied. And you go for it on a 4th and like 1.5 yard. If it was like 4th and like 6 inches, like, okay, I can maybe get behind it. But still, even where they're at on the field, I would even
Dumb.
have trouble with even that. The way your defense is like playing, but you have that far to go. Like,
I agree.
by not getting that, you are giving up points. Like
Yep.
to an offense that is literally cannot move the ball.
Yep.
It blew my mind. I still don't understand it. I'm still pissed off about it. Because as far as Andy Reid, I usually love him. He normally makes a lot of great calls, but that was one that I think the moment he got a little too caught up in the moment, and maybe with like Mahomes doing that run, and it just
Really bad.
I don't even know. But that was one of the craziest calls I've seen in a long time. And we have Dan Campbell, who actually coaches football here, and I'm saying that Andy Reid made one of the craziest calls that I've seen.
Yeah.
So that's really saying something. But no, to me, that loss was completely on Andy Reid.
I can see that.
And then as far as Mahomes goes, I'm like not a Chiefs fan. I'm not really, I'm not a fan of any of them. But as far as Mahomes go, I guess my respect level for him actually went up during that game, because he is clearly dealing with something. Believe it was his right knee.
Yeah.
And he was out there running. He was out there taking hits. He was going for it.
He was doing all he could do.
Yes, he was doing all he could do. And then as far as the defense, also they all, especially that line, especially Chris Jones, man. Chris Jones stepped up in a huge way. I wish we would have seen some of that in the first half.
I agree.
I don't know why it took them to halftime to finally get to that point. So,
you know what'll make you feel better, JD? We're going to now go to our NFL recap. As I did not have this on the screen for the entire show. We just finished. And I just realized that right now. Gentlemen, it's about that time we get into the Monday Night Football extravaganza. You guys ready to dive in?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. We already are in the NFL, so I don't need to transition from there. But we're going to get into the Monday Night Football game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the LA Chargers. This game is in LA, but will feel like a home game for the Eagles, as every road team in LA feels like the home team. We have a 2.5-point line here. Both teams have identical 8-4 records. The Eagles are 4-2 on the road. The Chargers are 5-2 at home. Both teams are coming in a little banged up. Both of them have plenty of injuries. We will not be seeing Jalen Carter. We will not be seeing Lane Johnson on the Eagles side. On the other side, Justin Herbert has one functional hand. Fortunately, it's his throwing hand. I believe he's going to have to play at a shotgun for the majority of the game. Omarion Hampton's coming back. Let's see how long it takes him to get back into speed. He should be active tonight as well. And Otito Ogbonia, defensive tackle for the Chargers, is making a long-awaited return as well. All that being said, there's only one person who can start an Eagles game here. And I'm only saying that because he's wearing a shirt that looks kind of Eagles color. So, JD, we're going to you. We got the Eagles. We got the Chargers. What do you got?
This is a weird game, guys.
Very weird.
This is a hard to handicap game. It really is. Because the Chargers, you really don't know what you're going to see. You really don't know what actually Herbert's going to do. Because we've seen Herbert play hurt, but that was not his hand. Now in these games where actually Herbert has actually toughed it out and played through these games, he has not done well. But like I said, that was not his hand. So I really don't know what to expect here. And then like Joe just put in the chat, then you got the Eagles, and I don't know what the hell we're going to get there either.
They're missing their best offensive and defensive linemen. Both sides of the ball missing number one.
Exactly, which are a huge deal because when they do not have when actually they do not have one of those guys in, they do not play well. So now both of them are out. So this is tough. And then so if you just go by numbers here, this is such an Eagles play. Like this is like Eagles slam spot, like and all of that. I just don't know if I can get there. But then at the end of the day, I was actually looking at this, and this total, guys, is down to 41.5. That is under that key number of 42. I haven't played it, but I think we're gonna have to play the over here, guys. As far as the Eagles, as far as their offensive play calling, that's what the problem's been. They have all of the pieces there. They can do it all. And that's that's been talked about so much, and I've been waiting for that to finally change a little bit. Now, is it going to tonight? I have no clue. But I would think it would, to like some extent. And then I mean, like Herbert's going to be out there, and I think that he can probably put up points, and that the Chargers run game should also do well. So for me, this like total is very low, guys. I mean, this is extremely low.
I like the over as well.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to go here with, guys. Is just play the full game over.
I'm going to be short and sweet. If I were to pick a total in this game, it would absolutely be the over. I agree with your breakdown there, JD. Connie put it in the chat, and that's my play on the game. Eagles money line -135. I don't know how they get it done. I don't know how many points they win by, but I'm fairly confident this Eagles team gets the win. Give me the Eagles on the money line. Jefe, what you got?
Yeah, lean Eagles here too. I think Justin Herbert's going to be fine. I'll be honest. Other than his inability to go under center, he played with the broken hand in his last game for most of the game. We just didn't know it. And he threw for 3 touchdowns. Now, Eagles, the points we made about the Eagles are very true. They are struggling to run the ball without Lane Johnson, and they are struggling to stop the run without Jalen Carter. Last time we saw them, the Bears ran all over them and then backed up and ran it again, and then backed up and ran it again, over and over and over again. The game before that, the Cowboys threw all over them, backed it up and threw it again, backed it up and threw it again. It's just, they're a weird team coming off 2 losses back to back. Chargers with their quarterback was the most important thing, having a broken hand, but you only need one hand to throw. It wouldn't surprise me anyway, but I do think Philadelphia comes out of here with a victory. So I'm going to go with the Eagles on the money line -130.
Couldn't agree more. All right, gentlemen. Well, that's going to wrap it for the NFL recap. That's going to wrap it for the breakdown of the game, but we still have our best bets of the day. JD,
before we move on here really quick, guys, from everything that we just said, sounds like this is going to be a great live betting game. And, just so happens to be there's going to be some guys on this channel here tonight live to give everyone some live bets. So make sure to join us here, guys. The live line, it starts tonight at 8 o'clock. We will be on there. We will be hanging out. We will be giving out plays. Join myself, join Nick in the chat, join actually Joe is also here in the chat, and we may have some other guests on as well. So make sure to join us for that.
There we go. All right, boys, let's get into our best bets of the day. You ready to jump in?
Oh, their family's hilarious.
Yeah. I wasn't ready.
I thought you said yeah. I said, are you ready? And you said yeah.
No, we're not ready.
He said yeah. What do you want me to do? I did the thing.
David, I was trying to get to anyway.
Live bet. Not live bet. Pre-game bet. Best bet. Eagles money line.
I think for the Eagles to win this game and listen to this line. When was the last time you ever heard this? Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown plus odds? What? Plus 110.
Washed. Bum. Dog shit. Should never have left the Giants. I'm clearly kidding, guys. I know what he did last year, but it's nice to Giants fan sing him be dog shit. JD.
All right, guys. I have not bet the football game yet, so I'm not going to give out a best bet there. Something I have already bet, though.
Here we go. Idaho State versus Northern Illinois.
Ravens to make the playoffs.
We're going to bet Penn tonight, guys. And that is Penn. That's not Penn State. That's not all that. It is
UPenn, University of Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Who is the coach of that team? Alf? You should know this.
UPenn? Basketball?
Yeah, you should know this. You should definitely know this. As long as I'm right. I believe it's
Well, I
Fran
mean,
McCaffrey.
it is Franny. Well, you're right. You're right. Just Googled it. It is Franny. Good call.
But we're going to lay 6.5 points with them tonight. Yes, they actually do have somebody out.
Did he take the bad McCaffrey with him? The one he tried to put in Iowa who was dog shit for you?
No, I don't think he had the
22.
I don't think he had the academic.
Number 22. What was his name?
Nah.
If someone says Luke McCaffrey, I'll freak out on you. I know it's not.
I don't remember his name.
Fran McCaffrey's kid who was bad. Google. Oh, he has another one. Oh, God. Oh, God. Don't Google this. He has a son who killed someone. Don't look it up. Holy shit. I'm not kidding. No, Patrick was the bad one, but yeah, he's got another one. Jonathan Jack McCaffrey, who was found guilty of a misdemeanor for failing to yield, which led to a fatal crash with pedestrian Corey Hitty in May of 2023. Jack was driving near his high school when he hit a jogger who later died. All I'm going to say.
Why do I feel like a McCaffrey son dates Caitlin Clark?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Connor McCaffrey. He did. I don't know if they still do. They're both in Iowa. He did. Connor McCaffrey.
I just know that right now Caitlin Clark's boyfriend is like a grad assistant or something at Butler, and I feel like he is a McCaffrey.
They're still dating. Connor McCaffrey and Caitlin Clark.
I am so plugged in.
They've been dating for like 5 years since back on. JD, do the thing you do. What are you talking about, Jefe? I already called that.
So yeah. Anyway, yeah. With Penn, we're gonna lay the 6. The 6.
How did we get there?
Fran McCaffrey is how we got there. Goddamn.
But we all learned something new today.
Yeah. You don't want to be the redheaded stepchild of the McCaffrey family. You didn't play basketball. I'll tell you that.
Apparently. Guys, no, that was a fun show. The Monday show is actually always a fun show. Yeah, we have a brand new week and a good week of games ahead of us. So, yeah, I will see everybody tonight here, 8 o'clock, and let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace out, everybody.
Carl.